I'm here with the brand new 2024 CX-90 from Mazda. Now, its predecessor, the CX-9, we love the drive and look of it, but it had some issues of its own. So I'm here today to see if this makes up for those shortfalls. The shortfalls being an infotainment system that wasn't very intuitive, fuel economy that wasn't particularly efficient, and a lack of space in the third row. But hey, the past is the past, right? Let's get on with it and check out this new thing. All right, so this is a brand new platform and it's a bit bigger. One of the things that Mazda usually gets right is its styling. And this really sits well with that reputation. It's very clean, smooth, and pretty simple. You can tell where it's coming from, right? Personally, I like a little bit more of a sharp look, sharp edges, I'm an edgier gal. But I think for the put together, elevated look, this definitely kills it. I want to take a second to highlight this area, the dash to axle ratio. That's the distance between the wheel center and the base of the windshield. It's long and it's a tip off about the type of powertrain beneath the hood. It also gives this Mazda's profile a more upscale proportion. The CX-90 keeps that simple look, but there is a revolution going on under the skin. There are two new powertrains for this CX-90, which sits on a rear biased all-wheel drive platform. Both are hybrids. The first is a turbocharged inline six, paired with a mild hybrid assist. That's right, I said an inline six, the type of engine that's usually found in luxury models because they're so big and costly to make. This 3.3 liter pushes out 340 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque on premium gas. That's a huge increase, and I'm hoping it's smooth and sounds as good as i6s can. And that plug-in hybrid, well, it's a 2.5 liter 4 with an electric assist. It's good for 323 horsepower and 369 pound-feet of torque, which is a lot. It's got a 17.8 kilowatt-hour battery pack, but right now, Mazda isn't saying how far the CX-90 will go on pure electricity. Both powertrains get a new 8-speed automatic as standard as well. Okay, so actually physically sitting in this CX-90, this is the plug-in hybrid, I'm immediately comforted by the seats. They feel like I haven't driven in it, but just sitting here, it feels comfortable. I feel like I'm held well. It feels like if I had to go long distance, probably, I'd be okay. The wheel feels good. It feels like it's placed where it should be and it feels comfortable. What I am liking is the leather on the dash here and the frame around the air vents. That's giving it a little bit of a expensive look, maybe more expensive than what it actually is. We don't know that yet, but I'm liking that look and feel of it. So down here you have the click wheel, which is not usually my favorite, but I know that it's pretty standard now in most Mazdas. But the unique part about this now is that you can use Android Auto and CarPlay on your infotainment system, and it's a touch screen for those things only. So at least you have that, and then for your other things, you're gonna have to go to the click wheel. This is what I want to talk about, the center console. This is a sticking point for me. Usually, I kind of use my car as like a second storage space, almost like a little house. I have very little storage with the center console. It's very shallow. I usually like to put like a first aid kit and lots of things in here. I can barely fit a snack. You do have two USB-C ports, so that's helpful. But as far as space, this is the plug-in hybrid version, so maybe the other versions have maybe a little bit more depth, but that's a bit disappointing, I'd say, for me.
The new switchgear looks and feels good, and I particularly like these temperature toggle switches. The fact that the infotainment screen is now 12.3 inches makes the system feel more competitive too. Unfortunately, the displays are inoperable right now on this early model.
Okay, so there are some improvements up here, but what I really want to know is if the improvements have been made to the back when it comes to the space, because that's really was a big point for us. So let's go check it out. So with the CX-90, you can get up to an 8-seater. And what I do like about this is there is a center pass-through here to make it easier to climb through to the third row. And another good thing, it folds down easily. So the downside is getting actually in. It was a bit difficult, a little clunky. However, now that I'm back here, I noticed there is a lot more space than the CX-9. That was the biggest problem with the CX-9. It just felt cramped. But here you can comfortably seat 2 adults. Now you can get 3 adults in the third row, but I don't know if I'd recommend that. 3 feels like you're gonna feel that crampedness from the CX-9. You can comfortably seat 2 people. I have good headroom, I have good leg room, I'm not bumping my knees up against the second row seat, and I can fit comfortably and talk to my mate over here. There's no one with me now, but if there were, I'd be comfortable. Of course, I have to check out the cargo space. So just looking at it without knowing the full measurements yet, I can tell that this is more space than the CX-9. Is it significantly more? I think that's doubtful, but it is bigger and you can tell there's more space here to put in groceries and other things. The other thing that I like about this is that there are ports here for electric cords. So that's helpful if you want to take this other places, camping and whatnot. You have these 2 ports here for that.
Now, Mazda is promising some new active safety features, but it's not detailing what those are at this time. Just like pricing, fuel efficiency, and how far the PHEV can go on batteries alone, the company is holding all of that info close to the vest until the CX-90 gets closer to its on-sale date. We do know that we can count on certain segment staples to be standard, including automatic emergency braking, blind spot monitoring, and radar cruise control.
So I know you have one more burning question for me. When is this baby going on sale? I have the answer. Mazda says this will be on the market by this spring, so you can look out for it then. And I will see you next time.